Armstrong World Industry is the global leader in suspended ceilings. With over 1 billion square feet of ceiling tile and grid produced annually, that's a lot of suspended ceilings. Now, because they're the industry leader, they also had great influence around building, office, and school codes and standards. And Armstrong's always been innovative, and they never rest, even good times or bad times. But competitors were trying to make inroads to influence building codes and standards. And we realized that this was a threat to our market leadership. Now, Paul was the head of codes and standards for Armstrong, and he had participated in many of my Kaizen events over the years with teams solving problems other than codes and standards, and he appreciated my approach and support. One day he called me into his office and said, "Hey, I'm kind of wondering whether we can use some of your lean approach, some of our lean approach, of course, to improve our influence and get back some of our market dominance in codes and standards influence." At the same time, we realized that to do that, we need a winning team, and we really should create a strategy session to map out what we could do, because the codes and standards influencing game is a long game. It doesn't happen in a day, in a week, or a month. It happens over months and years. So we needed a strategy session, and we said, hey, we've been using value stream mapping for many other processes. Why can't we do it for codes and standards? We kind of came to that conclusion at the same time. So for about a month or two, Paul and I plotted and planned. We engaged people to participate as team members. We did a lot of research. We chartered, and we even got the CEO to agree to kick off our value stream mapping session. Well, it was exciting. He kind of put the bar out there to become not only the industry leader, but really create a vision for the industry that would make offices, schools, and other buildings the safest they could ever be, even compared to how they were now. Well, that was exciting and energizing. So here we were with this great challenge ahead of us. What would we do? Well, it turns out value stream mapping creates really amazing aha moments, but the two biggest ones were during our Gemba walk, which is walking out in the process, and the actual current state mapping itself. Now, during our Gemba walk, what we learned was there was some confusion and a lot of waste and complexity in our system. Not intentionally, it just turns out that a lot of people didn't know what other people were doing. And luckily for us, they pointed that out very clearly. The second one was when we mapped our process, we noticed that there was a ton of delay and wait time and a lot of waste in the process. But the best thing was, it was mostly in the control of the team that was assembled. Well, that's exciting because we always thought that most of the codes and standards influence was delays on the parts of the governing bodies. Here it was on us. Now the team knew what to do, and they built their roadmap to a bright future by the end of the week. Now, not only did this cement Armstrong's codes and standards influencing leadership, but it made offices, schools, and other spaces that much healthier and safer, and really set the bar high for preserving the safety and health of people that work in those places and play in those places. What was interesting to me, and what I was reminded of once more, is that value stream mapping, once again, was a valuable tool to help people understand manufacturing, and in this case, non-manufacturing processes. I apply it now in almost every Kaizen event that I run.
I hope you enjoyed this story, gained some insight, and learned something you can use. You'll find many more Kaizen stories on my website, www.pi-partners.com. If you'd like help growing your profits through sustained process improvement, scan the QR code on the screen for a free consultation, and let's start our journey together.